Alright, so then if I hit the go live button, we'll see what happens. Alright, so in theory we are live, so I'm going to just go ahead and say that this is the first time I've ever streamed anything. We're gonna get started with the game here in just a second. Yeah, so comment, we'll see it in the chat. You guys will probably be like a minute behind us because of how it has to upload. Let's zoom in a little bit for the chat. All right. So what we'll want to do once you get a second is we're going to set our deck in the order that we want the ships to come on.
Okay.
Since this is like your first real game, let's just talk about like the groups that have like a strategy rating of 3 or 4.
Okay.
You would typically save those for the last card or two in your deck, because so both of our decks have a group activation of 3. We both have an emerald value of 4, so we're essentially hey Donald. Donald's the US rep for PT Combat.
Hello.
Okay, so your strategy rating 3/4s are important on turn 2, because if you shuffle them to the front of your deck on turn 2, you know you have better odds of going first.
Okay.
And taking out a prize target. And what you would typically do with something that is a strategy rating 3 is if it's your last card and you know you're going first, you can max thrust, get up the table to like the center of the table, and then on turn 2, when you go first, you just activate, and then you're, moseying 10 inches forward and then shooting whatever's
Gotcha.
right here. Alright. Ooh, is that video actually lagging? We'll let the commenters tell us. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and set my deck. We'll go with that. And then once your deck is set, you've got your PHR cards, right?
Yes.
Okay. Once your deck is set, just pull a card, just one card, because your admiral isn't on the table yet.
Okay.
So you just get the one card.
Okay. Do you have a pen I can use real quick?
Yeah.
What I want to do is just write yellow and green so I know which is.
There you go.
Oh, thank you.
Hey Donald, did you have a good time over in Ireland? This card over here. You got a tape measure, right? Yeah. Okay.
Tape. Oh.
So then, once the decks are set, that's when you pull the card, and um, then we just kind of flip our first card to see who's going first. So I've got a 7.
I've got a 7.
So then we roll off because we're tied. I got a 4. You got a 5. So the pro player in drop fleet and drop zone will always be gracious and let the other person go first because it gives you the opportunity to react to what they're doing.
Okay.
So I assume you'd like me to go first?
Yes.
All right, I've got a wyvern and 2 Charybdis, whatever they're called. So that is this group over here. This guy wants to get in close and blow things up.
Good.
So I have a thrust value of 10. So I'm just going straight on the table 10. The little frigates have a thrust value of 12. So they're just going straight on 12. And we're going to do the order for silent running. So that means I have no signature, but you can do the active scan order to try and hunt me out. And they're going to stay in high orbit.
Okay.
Donald, I have more than a year still. I don't go to Ireland till October of 2019. Sad times for me. So let me just put a couple markers down for silent running. Okay. And going silent running does not give you any spikes or anything. That's how you ditch spikes in this game.
And silent running is the blue?
Blue, yeah. A lot of the time as you come on the table, especially this first turn, you're going to do the silent running.
These pieces are going to drive me nuts.
Do you want to use my bases?
Yeah.
Or just put the little tokens, like here. Just reach in here, grab a token, stick it next to it.
Does it... I come in now?
Yeah, so you go ahead, come in. I'm on silent running and in high orbit.
And then with the thrust, with the group, I have to keep... Is it within 2 inches? Or
The ships for... So these things have... those are the Medeas, right?
yeah, so they've got 10, he's got a 7. So if I thought I remember that don't have to keep them...
So the Medeas have the rule called Outrider, or something along those lines. Somewhere. The strike carriers don't have to be near their friends, so that they can be spread out. So none of these in this group needs to worry about being near each other.
He's gonna come up.
Okay, so then we do the card flip again once you're done, and I've got a 6.
Got a 9.
Okay, so that is your... It's another troop ship. It's the Orpheus and the Jason.
Yep.
So what I'm going to do, I'll go ahead and go. This is my Pathfinder group with 3 succubus, so it's a strategy rating of 6. I'm going to choose to go first, and what I'm going to try and do is come on the table and active scan you.
Okay.
Just so we can see how these mechanics work. But it's not going to work the typical way because these guys have a cloak. So normally when you were to if you were to come on the table, um, and you active scan, you get a major spike. These guys have cloaks, so they can never have more than a minor spike. And these guys are new, and I forget their stats. They have a thrust of 10. So we're going to come on, and we're going to try and active scan your troop ship. So when you come on, these guys are going in just a straight line forward. This one on the far right is going to do the active scanning. So he will take a minor spike.
Okay.
And what will happen is if I roll a 4 or more, because you're in silent running, you just get taken out of silent running.
Okay.
You don't have any spikes or anything, but you get your signature back.
Okay.
So I roll, and I got a 3. Nothing happened. So these guys are in high orbit, but this guy's got a spike.
Now, can you then have all the other two do it, or is it just one per?
No,
Okay, just one.
Okay.
Okay.
UCM have a frigate class that's allowed to just scan in addition to other people doing things. But yeah, it's going to be one model in the battle group can do the scanning. So that's done. The reason I was doing that was to try and get you out of stealth or out of silent running and start trying to add spikes to you, because if you were to be out of silent running, my next group can come on, active scan you again, giving them a major spike, but giving you a spike.
Yeah.
And then maybe I can get another spike on you. It just makes problems for you is all.
Alright.
Alright, Don, put in open coherency. Yes, that's the rule.
Okay. So.
Good, I can have somebody on the stream fact checking me. No pressure or anything.
So these two. This is
so these are in silent running. These are not, but they don't ever get more than
so I'd want
one spike.
If I'm gonna scan, it would be for those guys if I wanted it.
Or you could put a spike on these guys because their signature right now is a 5.
Okay.
This one is a 5 plus the minor spike, so that's 11 inches. Add your scan value, which should be an 8, I believe.
Yeah.
And that's your targeting range. So if you could get something there, probably not. A lot of the times when you do these active scanning things on the first turn, it's to like hit a cruiser class, which has a higher signature value that maybe you can snipe it out.
Bring these guys out. Still really don't know how they play, but
well, they're going to shoot at people in atmosphere. That's probably the goal.
Yeah. All right. So now, if I scan, then he would take the major spike.
He would take a major spike, and I wouldn't want to do that on a troop ship.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay. So hold off. All right.
I mean, your troop ships aren't like a typical troop ship. Like when my troop ship comes on, he's just there to drop stuff off.
Okay.
You've got guns. He's got one shot.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I mean, you've got some versatility there. All right. So then we go to the card flip, and I've got a 7.
Got
hold this up to the camera.
And I've got a 3.
Oh, you got a 3. Okay. So you can have me go first, or you can go. Probably just want me to go first. So my 7 is my troop ship. It's the Chimera and 2 gargoyles. So it's my troop ship and 2 of my guys who are trying to put stuff on the ground. So they're going to come on, and they are over here. And they're going to do that cool silent running thing as well, because it's no fun getting shot on the first turn. And then we're done. Actually, no. These guys are not doing silent running because they need to drop an Atmo. I don't think you can turn while on silent running. Oh, silent running. No, you can't. So if you can't turn, you can't go down a layer.
Okay.
So these guys are not silent running. The troop ship is, but my strike carriers are not. So if you wanted to come on, you could just scan them if you wanted.
I think with these guys, I want to have them.
So they can just go to low orbit and then in the following turn drop into atmosphere because that's kind of their
Okay.
goal in life is to hunt these things by
Gotcha.
strike carriers.
And then so the low orbit is
the like white and black lines, I think,
okay.
on those.
Would they come in? Would I have them also silent running, or is it a black just normal?
Just normal.
Okay. I was reading that and I got reading it last night and it's still.
Well, as long as we've got it consistent. I don't use those. I just put these little markers next to it.
Alright, so you guys. Alright.
Alright. So then once we're done with that, we can go ahead and do another card flip. So I've got a 10.
And I got a 10.
So this is my Hydra and Ifrit. And that's what, one of your heavy cruisers or something?
Yeah.
Okay. So now we roll off. I got a 3.
5.
Dave got a 5. So we're going to. Are you having me go first?
Yes.
Okay. Wise choice. Alright. So one of the cruisers coming on is a basically carrier ship. And it's probably the best Scourge cruiser in the game. And it's called the Hydra. And everybody hails Hydra. Because it launches 5 bombers and they can be crippling. Alright. So let's try this again. We are going to have the Ifrit try and scan the that's the Ganymede.
Yeah.
Alright. Got a 4. Yep. So he's out of silent running.
Okay.
But I took a major spike. So you potentially shoot me.
So he's just then that's just black. It's just
he's just black.
Okay. But you can
out.
see me. Yep.
Yeah. Alright, so that's this guy.
Okay.
Took the. Oh wow, the chat is a little bit further back than I would have thought. Oh, no, there it goes. Yeah, it's like 2 minutes behind us.
Yep.
Okay. So these are all still on high orbit. But he took the black. There's nothing, or I'm sorry, he took a major spike, but there's nothing for me to shoot, so I'm done.
Okay.
So then it's your go.
All right. Bring Achilles in. He's got a. The rest is 7. Silent. Okay. So I would say what he does, but I'm still learning this guy. I know he just seems like he is gonna be shooting.
Probably. I don't know what his weapon profile is. So that's the Achilles heavy cruiser that Dave just brought on. Okay. Um, he came on over there.
Yep.
Okay. If he's that far away, I don't know that. Yeah, he shouldn't be able to scan me. But let's see. So this guy's got a signature of 8
Mhm.
plus 12 because he's got a major spike. So he's got 20 inches. 28 inches. What is your guys' thrust range?
These?
No,
Oh,
the like him.
his is 7.
7. So 35 inches. I don't know if that's no, just he'd be just shy if you had wanted to come on the table to try and
Oh, bring him on.
yeah. So he
Oh, so okay,
yeah,
yeah.
you'd be like 3 inches short. So that's fine that he's over there. I was just seeing if potentially you could
Okay.
shoot me this turn. Okay. So then, with that being said, card flip then. So I've got a 17.
And I've got a 15.
All
so-
right, it's my battleship versus your
Yeah.
battleship, but you're a little bit quicker, so you can make me go if you want.
Yeah, I will have you go.
Okay. So I'm going to bring my battleship on. My battleship is going to silent run, and my battleship has a thrust of 8. So he's kind of just going to go like that. And then these strike carriers are going to start making a play for that center objective. Okay? And they're
Yep.
going to drop into low orbit. I'll go ahead and mark that for you.
All right. So
So he is silent running.
So his thrust is 6, so even still, I'm not going to be able to see you because it's 35 inches. So he wouldn't be able to.
What is his scan?
His scan is 10 inches.
Okay, but his thrust is 6. So yeah, he probably still can't do.
It'd be so you're 35 inch of.
Well, so I'm a 8-inch signature plus 12 because of the major spike. So I'm at 20. Then your scan is 10.
Yep.
So 30. And then we factor in your movement basically.
Which is okay, so it'd be 36 inches.
36 inches. So let's see. No. Because basically to get me, you'd need to, because 36 inches gets you just in front of me.
Gotcha. Okay.
So.
Oh, that's right. I can measure from the edge. Okay, so he can't. I feel like I should bring him.
Hey Patrick. Hey Eric. Well, I thought it would be weird if I played PHR into Dave's PHR, so at least get some diversity on the stream.
See, you could have played me though because I don't know PHR and I could see how to.
I don't know PHR either. I only play Scourge.
Alright, so he's just gonna come in silent. Alright.
So just prepare yourself for next turn when things die, because things just blow up in this game. They just go.
But I thought this is where I need to just ram stuff.
Yes, if you follow the Sean advice, it is just ramming. All right, so then the card flip.
7.
I've got a 3. I'll let you go first.
All right.
So my 3 is the Cilia. I don't know how these things are pronounced.
And mine is an Orpheus and an Andromeda, two of them.
Right.
So.
So then once we get done with these activations, it'll then switch to the launch phase where we can launch torpedoes, fighters, bombers, or strike carriers, and then we do the ground combat, but there's none of that going on. It's kind of weird to look at the stream and see things that's already, not happened.
Because we're all start seeing and getting why did you do that?
Okay, so those came on?
Yep.
Okay. Were you moving your full distance? No, I guess you're about
7, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. So, and this is the part where I don't know PHR well enough. If maybe you would have rushed the table a little bit. I don't know. We'll see.
And that's and that's I think a lot of it is I don't know if I'm mixing in other games where they get up the table quick.
Yeah, I think you're all right. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about the launch phase real quick. So, of note, the only thing that's going to happen this turn, we have nothing that's going to be able to get to the objectives right now because we need to be able to get within 3 inches of these with the strike carriers or within 6 inches with the troop carriers.
Okay.
So that's off the table. So the only thing we've got going on are bombers. Fighters only add to your point defense, so they don't like cancel out bombers necessarily, but they do. They just give you better odds of shooting down the bombers.
Okay.
Scourge bombers threaten 30 inches. I don't know. I think that guy's just out anyways, because you measure to the center of the model over the flight stand.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So he's just out. So I can't launch this turn. Scourge bombers are 15 inches normal, but then they've got max thrust. So if it's in the max thrust range, which is twice their movement, the bombers take effect after that ship gets done moving next turn. Yep. So you can try and shake the bombers first, or you can just say whatever, do what you're going to do. Thanks, Patrick. I do lose only horribly. So when things launch at double the range, they take effect on that ship the following turn.
Okay.
This is where the Scourge is pretty good in that within 15 inches, if you had ships up here this turn, they would just go ahead and hit right now.
Okay.
So so you've got 12-inch range on your bombers. So I've got a little cheat sheet over here for PHR. Hold on a second. So PHR, torpedoes, bombers, and fighters. So we basically have nothing to do this first turn. So that phase of the game is dead for us right now.
So which one? And this is gonna be a stupid question. How do I tell which ones are the bombers?
The anything that has launch
okay.
It says
launch
1.
Launch 1, okay.
Because you've got those or are they the Andromeda?
Yeah.
So you can launch either fighters or bombers.
Okay, and then a launch 2, but that's the bulk lander.
Those are the bulk landers, so they can only launch those bulk landers.
Okay.
Oh. Hi, Derek. All right. So now we're on to phase 2 or round 2. And then what we're going to do is we're going to set our strategy deck, and then we can pull as many cards up to our admiral value.
Okay.
So if you don't like the one card that you don't or that you have, you can ditch it and then pull up. But did I forget? Oh, I forgot to. Hold on. I have to bring the ships on that I meant to here. All right. So these guys are the Cilia. What they do is they drop into atmosphere and then they shoot up at ships. So your echoes would be great at killing them because they're going to drop into atmosphere and be annoying. Okay, so these guys go to low. All right, now we set our decks. Sure, let's go with that.
No idea.
Okay, so I'm going to keep my one card that I have. And if you have any questions about the cards, just go ahead and ask, because we don't need to keep them really private. So if anything says during the cleanup stage of the planning phase, that is, and it's gonna get me in trouble here because I got pros watching. The planning phase is, I think, when you set. No, it's right now. I think that's what happened. And then there's one called like the initiation phase or something when you're setting the strategy deck.
Okay.
I've only got the one Hydra in the list.
Can I discard like 2, or is it just 1?
You'll keep them this turn. You could discard the one that you have.
Okay, I gotcha.
And then next turn you can discard. Yeah. Okay. I need a beer. You want a beer, Dave?
Yeah.
All right. I got a Columbus.
Sounds good.
IPA or a Dortmunder?
I'll do a Dortmunder.
All right. There you go.
Thank you.
Okay. So now we just flip the cards and start with the death.
I got a 9.
All right, I got a 3. So this is my Cilia. That is your.
That's the Jasons and the Orpheus.
I'm gonna let you go first because those Jasons could probably kill me going into atmosphere this turn. So I'll let you go first to get that activation out of the way.
Okay.
Yeah, there seems to be like the 2 minutes of delay.
So this is all right. So now if they do come up, so they've got a thrust of 12. So I mean,
Oh, you might be able to get me this turn. So these guys have a signature of 3, and you've got a scan of 8.
Yeah.
So you've got 12, 20, 23.
20. No.
So, and so remember going over.
Oh yeah,
this
it would be bad.
Yeah. So these were the fine, and then
That's
we were
right.
saying these were dense. But what you can do is active scan with one of your ships to draw line of sight, or to get that extra 6 inches, because it's just an instant on thing. So you could scan with like that ship there.
He's gonna scan. So he's gonna scan,
and he can just position himself so he's hiding behind the dense terrain here.
He's got a thrust of 7.
Yeah. So yeah,
you know what, I gotta...
you'll take a major spike, and then I'll take a minor, and then you tell me which guy was getting targeted. Oh, it just automatically happens since they're not in silent running.
Oh, okay.
So
target. Yeah, the target. I guess.
So if you blow up the one in the middle and you roll well enough, he might blow up his front. It's entirely possible for you to kill one frigate and kill his 2 wingmates.
So then now I wouldn't need to move these guys all the way up.
Well, you'll still need to because you were factoring in their whole. Well, you don't have to move totally that far forward because you were like 3 inches short. So
that would be. So there's a thrust 12. So they only move 12 inches, right?
They'll only move 12 inches.
Okay. Come up. And then was it flying through this?
Flying through that will give you some hits. So you're allowed to like make a 45-degree turn at the start, and yeah.
Okay.
There's also a special one called course change where you can make a 45 and then like another 45 during the turn.
Okay. So you go 45 and then come that way.
All right.
No. So he's not going to be able to hit though, because his firing arc's going that way.
Well, what are the firing arcs of the Jason?
The Jason front side, front.
For the heavy caliber? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because that's what you're going to be shooting with, because you're not within scan range for the close action. Well, that's.
So he's. Can he hit? Can I?
I
don't know.
Probably. I should get out my War Machine tape. Yeah, you're fine.
Okay. So this is gonna be. It's a lock, just a 3 up.
And you're dropping to low orbit because you were going to shoot me because I'm in low orbit.
Well, oh, there it is. I am gonna print those little
the 3D bases.
The bases, yeah. All right, so he's gonna hit on a 3 up.
Yep. So he'll hit on 3. And how many attacks does he have?
He's got 2 attacks.
2 attacks. All right. So because you hit on 3s, and you rolled something that's +2 to the target value, so you rolled a 5, so it's a critical.
Yep.
I get no armor save. This is just a regular hit, so I get an armor save of 5+, and I get a 3. I am now crippled because I am at half health. Frigates typically only have 4, but you're PHR, so you have 5. So now we get to look at the lovely map that Derek gave me, and we're going to roll us a dice, Dave.
Okay.
And this is going to say which table
5.
it's on. Dead. So if you roll a 5 or a 6, each one of these does 2, if not more, points of damage.
Okay.
But go ahead and roll it, and let's see what happens on the crippling damage table.
4.
4. So it is weapons offline. I suffer an additional 3 hit points of damage. So he's just gone now. Go ahead, roll a d6 to see how far he's going to blow out, and then we see what the blowout is. This is the result that you wanted. So
that was a 5.
It's D3.
Okay.
For frigates. So that means it's going to be 3 inches. So that's him and his buddies. Now, if you roll really high on this next roll, they potentially could blow up.
Just when I get my 1. Yeah, 2.
2. All right. So it's just burnt up.
Is that so am I looking at the catastrophic damage?
Yeah, we're looking at the catastrophic.
Ship is wrecked and or no additional effect. Okay, so nothing happened.
Yeah. So just he goes pop. But you pinged him out and he be dead. All right. So then is
That is,
that
he
everything
can't.
with
Yep.
them? Okay. These guys are going to now activate since they just got shot. They're going to drop into atmosphere, which doesn't save them versus those guys. Um,
Yeah, he's in atmosphere. I gotta remember to mark these.
so these guys have on their weapons front and side. So if they were within, what's the signature of these guys?
Signature of him is 2 inches.
Wow, that is really good. Okay, so that means I have to be within 8 inches of you to shoot. Just one can shoot at that
Okay.
guy. Let's see. This guy's got 2 shots, hitting on threes, and I missed with both. Okay. So they're done. These guys are in atmosphere now.
Okay.
So shooting with typical weapons, you need sixes to hit them, and you have to be within your scan range.
And this is where the Kingfish drones with the atmospheric
Correct.
can launch. And that's the reason why I grabbed these, because the one I think I was listening to that Hot LZ, and they were just talking about how these guys were great for that.
I still need to listen to them. I'll have to do that. Okay. Let's go ahead and do a card flip then. So I've got a 7.
And I've got a 15. It's the battleship.
This is my Wyvern and my bombardment frigates. I put these on the wrong side of the table. I see that. Okay, I wasn't thinking. All right, anyways. So, not to forecast any plays, but typically you would take your bombardment frigates to the side of the table that you're not looking to actually control and start blowing up the sectors to make it not as valuable.
Gotcha.
Here I am, like a pro player, on the side I'm looking to capture. I'll let you go ahead and go first with your battleship.
So they're in atmosphere.
Yeah, so this guy is seeable, but we've got the fine terrain there. Most of these guys are silent running, but these guys are visible, but probably going to be outside of your range because they don't have any.
Yeah, and his 6 signature, or it's a scan, so it'd be 16 inches.
Scan.
So I've got 16 inches. Yeah, he's not gonna.
So he could always active scan to give a target an extra 6 inches, but then he's a Christmas tree.
Yeah, and I don't want to make him a Christmas tree. So with things like battleships, are you using these typically just to blow stuff up?
Yes.
So they're going.
Yeah. So typically, what you'd want to do in like this scenario is set your battleship like last in the deck on turn 2 to give you opportunities to mark to active scan targets.
I got okay.
And give you some choices. But like if that battleship was over here, he'd totally be able to shoot this guy right now.
She's gonna turn 5 degrees, and I'm just gonna.
I am really jealous that you were over in Ireland, Don, but welcome back.
All right, that's it for me.
Don, for nude selfies, would you accept clothed selfies for Dreadnought sneak peeks? All right, so he's was he? So he did a course change, so he can't silent roll.
Oh, yep. Sorry.
He could just keep going forward and silent run. It's probably the safer option for him.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
Can I redo that?
Yeah, that's cool. Because what you can end up doing is using the way the PHR stuff works, where it's linked. Like you can just go with your guns if you just kind of keep just driving straight forward.
That would be weapons free to have them on both.
Well, no, so linked. So let's say
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
so let's say this side had a target over here they're shooting at. If you had a target over here to also shoot at, because they're linked, you can just fire both, and you don't have to weapons free and look like a Christmas tree. I will say the whatever particle cannons that he has on the front there, those hurt. They can one round a cruiser. If you roll lucky enough on the table. Okay. That's well now it's me. Alright, so now we're going to start doing the risky plays of active scan. Can I turn if I active scan? No. Okay. So this guy's just gonna go forwards. He's gonna become a Christmas tree, and he's going to active scan, and we're gonna try and get your battleship. Okay, so you don't have any spikes, but you've got your signature back. Alright. So here are my bombardment frigates, who are going to do so well for me this game. They are going to drop into low orbit. You might not believe this, Dave, but I had a plan for them and totally forgot it. So they've dropped into low. Okay, so that's done, so now we do the flip. 3, and I've got a 6, so you can make me go first. It's my destroyers, or you can go first over there. It's not going to affect any activations.
These guys are in low orbit?
They're in low orbit. You're in low orbit, so you could just come forward and shoot him. He's remained in high. These guys are in low orbit.
I'm going to shoot them.
Okay. I'm pretty sure this will just stay available online. It won't delete itself, so it's kind of why I did the Facebook Live thing. If it doesn't work, I'll have to reconsider how to do streaming. Well, I could do it to YouTube as well.
So,
then I have to get a YouTube following. I figured if I just send it to a Facebook group, idiots who are bored and have nothing better to do on a Friday night will watch idiots in a basement.
That's the name of the channel. You do it.
Idiots in the basement.
So if the shooting range is the scan, right? So for them to shoot.
So they're like medium caliber guns. Yeah. So those are whatever. So they can shoot at him. The close action has to be within scan.
Okay. I just wasn't sure when I was figuring out how to move them all the way up, so I keep them.
Well, you'll want to get at least within scan range of like one of these guys to put all your close action, and then you could dump all your shots here. These guys are not that scary to you. It would be if you were buildings on the ground, but they are not. So they can put all their medium caliber shots onto him. He's on a higher plane, or he's in the high orbit. So they'll need what?
Actually, I don't think I can because if they're front, looking at the front, I don't think I have.
Well, you've got a 45-degree turns. You can turn 45
Oh,
degrees.
even if you move, I can then.
Yeah, so you can move 40. You can move straight and then turn 45, or you can move 45
Oh, okay.
and then go in that direction. I can paste the lists. Yeah, give me a second. So then, what is the lock value of those? All right, so you'll need fives to hit the guy up. What else do you have that has launch? I'm seeing here that you've got a launch of 5 ASA. Oops. All right,
Okay.
well, that was exciting. We ran out of batteries on the mics at the same time. I'll go type them on a status update.
All right. So torpedoes. All right.
Oh, that's like really far behind.
Yeah.
That can't be right. Oh well.
All right. So this guy, if he's gonna come up, so if I were to go 45 degrees, and I would shoot with one of the broadside, is that?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And it's gonna be 3+.
So these are caliber H plus S. So those would hit on twos versus my battleship, or if I had a heavy or like a heavy cruiser.
Okay.
I don't have one in my list.
Is that what that? So where it's because right there it says 3+. Is that the -1? So it drops it to 2s to hit.
Correct.
Okay. Is there a reason why they just don't say 2+? Would you ever not?
Well, because if you were to shoot this guy, he's not a heavy cruiser, or
Okay.
so he's just a regular cruiser, so he doesn't fall into that tonnage category.
Oh,
So
the heavy. Okay.
Yeah, they hunt a specific type of
Okay,
ship.
that good to know. All right, so it seems to me it would be better. I gotta line this up to turn him 45 degrees and have him come up and
Yeah.
just. He's going.
Oh, sorry about that, guys. We looked up to talk about torpedoes, and I saw chat saying that everything was silent.
7 inches. Okay.
All right. So you should see me like clear as a day, because just
So his scan is 8 inches plus.
yeah, just between the spikes on me and my signature, that's how far you can see. So
Okay.
you got me dead to rights.
So he is gonna fire now. That's so 4 attacks, and I need 2 up to hit you. So those crits.
No, three up.
I thought, oh, because he's not.
He's my battleship. You'd have that.
Okay, so 3 up. So still hit.
Yep.
But
So
that's
this
a
is
critical.
crit, so no armor save.
Yeah.
So I've got to make 3 armor saves. Alright, so I take 4 points of damage. If I take 1 more, I am crippled. So I am down to 6.
Alright, so he's done.
Yes. Okay, card flip time then. No, no,
No,
I
you
gotta
gotta go.
do, yeah. Um, Going to move 5 inches, dropping to low orbit. And my troop ship is going to active scan your battleship.
Okay.
So I'm going to take a major spike. Boom. And you will take a minor on the battleship.
There it
Okay.
is.
I'm. Oh, these guys have to move. They're going to drop into atmosphere. So they're in atmosphere. They are going to attempt to shoot your one echo.
Okay.
I will need 6s because I'm trying to shoot out of atmosphere at you. 1 hit, so you get an armor save, and I forget what theirs is.
Armor.
Might be a 4, 3.
Hull. Yeah, 4.
So he's fine. Okay, that is that group. So now we do the card flip.
7.
I have a 10, so it's my Hydra and Ifrit.
And that's my Orpheus and Andromeda. That's these guys. Okay.
So you can make me go first, or you.
He's got a. Was he got a major spot? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he active scans something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna have you go first.
So yeah. So if you go to standard order, he drops down to a minor spike. Okay. So then we are going to look at what the Ifrit has, and he's got a front narrow. So I'm just gonna move that out of the way. The Ifrit will continue to active scan, and we're going to put it on your troop carrier. These guys are just going to make standard order. Well, the Ifrit active scans the Hydra is doing a standard order. Alright, so what is the base signature of the Ganymede?
Ganymede's base signature is 6 inches.
6, so he's got a major, so he's up to 18. I've got a scan of 6, so 24 inches. Oh, come on. Just shy. Wah wah. Yep, that's my life. Card flip time then. Oh no, you gotta go.
So if I do, I can do just a standard order.
Yep.
To get rid of 1.
Yep. And you should be able to see me because if you wanted to shoot this guy.
Yeah. Now, so these guys would stay too.
They should be on just
I don't know why they're showing a minor spike.
They shouldn't have minor spikes.
Yeah, because I think that's all. I was just kind of getting confused with.
Yeah, just the one ship who scans takes spikes.
Okay. Yeah, I am. That's gonna do tonight. I'm gonna print bases. So, but because he did the minor, he doesn't move.
No, he has to move at least half
Okay.
his distance.
Okay.
So he can move up to his full if he's doing just a standard order to get rid of the one spike
Yeah.
on him. So he'll go down to a minor. And then
I'll go 6 inches.
Yep.
And then I think the Andromeda are no, not there. Are 10 inches. Okay, so those guys are in low orbit or atmosphere,
Atmosphere. This guy's in low.
and he's got a major. Okay, so come up, and he's gonna
Those guys don't have any guns, do they?
Andromeda.
Andromeda do.
Oh no, they're close action. Never mind.
Yeah. And then, yeah, that guy can make his 45-degree turn.
Yeah. Okay. So he is going fire with his supernova.
Okay, and that's
So it's burn through 3 and flash.
Okay. So the flash won't matter because I've already got a major spike.
So it's 1 attack. I need a 3 up, and this is one where so 3, and if I hit, I roll again. I can go up to 3.
Are you staying in high orbit?
No, I need to.
Well, he's in high.
Oh, is
so
it? Okay,
if you're
yeah.
shooting at him.
Yeah.
You want...
Yeah. So this is where I need a 3 to hit for the first one.
Yep.
Nope, missed.
Yeah. So
okay, well, never mind.
Then that's done. So we don't get to see the magic of burn through at the moment. Okay. Card flip.
Got a 7.
17. My battleship.
Okay, so.
And friends.
So it's these guys. I am gonna issue.
You should probably have me go first.
Really? Okay.
Because if you bring them closer, potentially I could do something to them.
Okay.
So
go ahead.
So I'm going to let's do some math here. What is the signature of your battleship?
My battleship signature is 12 inches.
Okay. So he's got a minor spike on him right now. So 18. I've got a scan of 8. So 26 inches, and I've got a thrust of 8.
26. 32.
32.
No. You got an 8?
Yeah.
So 26 plus 8, 34.
34. All right. If we are within 34.
Yep.
Yes. Okay. So, I can weapons free and do that, I think.
And you turn into a Christmas tree then.
Yes. So we're going to see how much damage I can do to your battleship. Going straight. 8 inches. Let's just double check now that I've moved 8. It was 26 inches. Just want to make sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Alright, my battleship going weapons free. The front narrow will have no shots. So I have 8 shots. Yeah, just 8 shots.
What is
if it says F and then like in parentheses N, that means narrow. It's just the little line on the front of the bait there. So here are 8 shots. Each one of these does 2 damage.
Oh, great.
My
hull is. Oh, wait. Oh, no, never mind.
So these will hit on 3s. Oof. Alright, so that is 3 criticals and 3 hits. So that means you take 6 damage automatically.
Okay, so his hull is 22 to begin with.
So let's get this down to 1, 22. So you're at, if you take 6 damage.
20. 16.
Yeah. This shouldn't be that hard. Alright, now you've got 6 armor saves to make.
And I need 3s.
And so that's set for 16 right now.
Oh.
Ooh.
2.
2.
So take 4 more.
So you are not crippled because you are only down to 12. You
Isn't it
crippled at
half?
11
Oh, yeah, okay.
because you're 22.
Okay.
And I am a Christmas tree because I went weapons free.
Okay. And so now I have these guys. So I am gonna ish.
I have to move these guys real quick. Sorry about that. Where am I taking my trigger? All right, the strike carriers drop into orbit or atmosphere, and then that's that.
So if I want to drop him because he is the bulk lander.
So he just needs to go to low orbit.
Okay.
So it takes no penalty to go down orbital layers, so he can move his full distance.
And low orbit is the
It's like the dashed
dashes.
white?
Okay.
Yeah.
Which it's not lining up.
Good night, Patrick.
There it goes. Okay. So he's gonna go into low orbit, and then he is gonna come. He's got a thrust of 7, and it's measured from the middle.
Yes, from the flight stand. And then you can use your cards whenever you want to, if you have them. And if you ever come across an espionage card, that's fun. Because it basically stops one of my cards.
Yeah. Alright, so he's moved these guys. The dropships. What are dropships again?
What are they, movement?
Just says dropship. So dropships launch 1.
Yeah, so they need to be in atmosphere for them to drop.
Okay.
So they just would drop down into atmo if they wanted to put stuff there.
All right, and then and atmosphere is the white, the
right
dash. Okay.
So they would have been in low orbit last turn.
Oh,
to do it,
and they weren't. I'm sorry. Okay.
No, that's fine. I mean, you would have put them in low. So the standard operating procedure is strike carriers come on turn 1 to low, typically, because they're going to drop on turn 2 into atmosphere.
10 inches. Okay, so they're. Like that.
Okay. These guys don't have any guns. They can actually bombard sectors, but you're running into the same problem that I.
Yeah. So the dropships to launch 1.
That'll happen in the next phase. That's going to start.
Okay.
In just a moment. And that's when we start putting troops down on the objectives or on the clusters. So then. All right. So I did everything. Those cards come back here. So now we get to the launch phase. We have to roll a dice because it slightly matters. I can determine the initiative order for the whole phase. How to do this? So first thing that would start is ground combat, but we don't have any of that right now. So the next thing that's going to happen, we are going to determine who's launching bombers and who's launching fighters. Wait, when do torpedoes launch? They might launch first. Nobody ever brings torpedoes. Let's launch torpedoes. What is the range of PHR torpedoes. Are they 12? I think it's on that sheet over
Oh,
there.
torpedoes. 9.
9. Okay. So if my battleship's within 18 of you, you'd be able to launch and put torpedoes on me.
But it's only going to be in the guys that can do torpedoes, right?
Yeah, so it's going to be, what, that guy and that guy.
Yeah.
No, not in range to launch torpedoes. Alright, I should have paid attention to your list. I would have told you to get the particle cannon battleship.
Okay. Which he's already glued, so I guess that means I gotta buy another one.
That's a terrible shame.
I
If you
know,
have to buy
darn.
another battleship.
I actually need to buy another set of destroyers.
Okay, so you're not going to launch anything this turn. He could. There's one torpedo. They don't have a front launch or anything to them, as far as I can tell. Yeah, you can launch a torpedo on that guy. It's not going to take effect this turn, but it'll hit next turn.
Okay.
So you just have to roll it.
Which one was that?
We just have to put a marker there because it hasn't hit yet.
Oh, okay.
There. Big old torpedo.
Got another one that fell in your debris field.
All right. Good night, Derek. What's that?
Yeah, just in your debris. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Some dudes. They'll be hitting the table shortly. Okay, so then the next thing that's going to happen is bombers. I'm going to... So these guys can launch fighters. They can also launch bombers if they want. So I'll give you the opportunity to decide if you want to launch any.
That would be, I can launch 2 of them. So, and that's going to be, does that follow the thrust?
So if it's double the thrust, it'll take effect next turn. PH8 bombers, only 10?
The fighters and bombers with thrust, yeah, 10 inches.
No. You gotta look at...
or am I looking?
Oh,
duh.
PH8
12,
bombers
okay.
are 12.
So these guys, I mean... So they could launch the bombers right now on no ships?
Well, they can't go into guys in atmosphere, so all of this is in atmo.
Okay.
But they can launch bombers on him, or they can put bombers if he's within 24. Going through here might kill them. 24. So basically measure people within 24. So yeah, you can put bombers all around.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to put the bombers, I guess, on that guy.
All right, well, he's already got a torpedo.
Oh.
If that torpedo hits, he's a goner.
We'll put him on.
All right. So he's got two bombers on him. I'll go ahead and put 2 bombers on him. Okay. So then I'll go, and I will measure to see if that guy's within 15. No. That guy is, and that guy is. All right. We're going to put 5 bombers on that Jason right there. So these will take effect right now. So that's going to be 10 shots.
Okay.
These hit on 3s, critting on 5s, but I've only got 1 critical. So now you have to roll your point defense. And this is the one area that PH are kind of lacking in, is point defense.
The point defense is 2.
Yeah, so you just roll 2 dice.
Nope.
Okay. So now you've got 6 armor saves to make at +1 to your armor value because Scourge have
So
this special rule called Skull.
So that's I need 5s.
Yes. That's
Wow.
not bad. 2, so 3 points of damage. How many?
He's got 6 hull points, so
So he's crippled. So I'll roll on the cripple table, and I got a 2 and a 4. So fire. You get put on fire.
armor cracked. So the armor, and then he suffers 2 additional points of hull damage.
No.
Is that, oh, critical. I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah. So at the end of the turn here, if you roll 4+, the fire goes away.
Okay.
All right. That was the excitement for me. Because that's all my bombers and stuff. All right, so now we get to the launch phase. When strike carriers put down things, they put down tanks.
Yep.
Typically. So you can put 2 tank tokens down. This is like a military outpost. It can actually shoot at people in space, so it's good to grab that. So that'll happen at the end of next turn.
Okay.
When we start doing the launch phase, those things get to shoot out at people in space. So you can put like 1 there, 1 there, and now this guy can drop either 2 groups of 3 infantry or a defense battery and 3 infantry. So it's launch 2, so he can do 2 infantry or
for the
2 of these.
Oh, okay.
For the bulk landers. So when you launch, though, you take a spike. So he'll go back up to a major spike.
Okay. So he's gonna go. All right.
And probably because you already have some tanks down, you'd put this down, and that'll help prevent me from being able to drop stuff on you.
And then what do the troops do? They're
just there to absorb hits, and they fight in combat. Okay. So chances are I'm probably not going to get any troops over to there because I have nothing except these guys, and it's kind of dangerous for them to come up and join the fight.
Now those guys are in atmosphere, right?
Yes, all of this is in atmosphere.
So then that's where these guys could do damage to them.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then so now, is that all the launches that you have? Yes. So I'll just go ahead and do this real quick. I'll put tank and tank. We'll take the 2 military sectors here. And then over here, we're going to put down infantry and one of those things that shoots up into space, like what you just put down. Oh, there it is. So we got that, and we got that. And then I've got 2 tanks I need to put down over there. I'm just going to put this down here and mark it with the 2. I agree, Eric. The Heracles is much better. I should have paid more attention to Dave's list. But he's learning, so there.
Yep, I'm gonna have to just buy another.
You're just gonna have
I'm
to
gonna place an order for another battleship.
You're gonna have to
Darn.
do it. Or you can get it at Michigan, although then it won't be ready for Michigan.
I think I'll order because I kind of want
Yeah.
get more of that. So, and I got plenty of games to play, so I'm gonna give me. So now we.
Yeah. So now we set our deck. Oh, roll here to see if you put out the fire on a 4+. No, so you just take 1 more point of damage, so you're down to 2. Oh, you're using those little counters.
Trying to.
Okay. I was gonna say you can use my little fun little things, but all right.
I like that. Yeah, I may have to.
Okay.
So,
Um, set the deck. I don't even really know what my cards are. Get rid of that card. I'll
yeah,
pull
I'm gonna
that
get
one.
rid of that one.
Oh, yes.
Hmm. I don't know what that is, but I'll probably play it soon. So, all right. Those guys are in atmosphere. They could. So these guys could, in theory, then fire at him, right?
What's that?
These echoes, because they're in atmosphere.
They're in low orbit, but they can drop into atmosphere and start clearing these guys
Gotcha.
out,
Okay.
which is their job in life, essentially. Hmm. I assume I'm still transmitting. Let me come over here. La 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 la. Yeah, I guess it's working. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay. I was just looking at the wrong screen.
Okay.
All right. We ready for the flip?
Yep. So is
All
this
right.
turn 3?
This is turn 3. So,
And it's 4 and 6 is when you start scoring. Okay.
yeah. So I got a 3.
I got a 3.
All right. So then we roll off because both of our admirals are alive. I got a 1. So you can go first, or you can let me go first with my 2 guys. Who will want to shoot those things?
Yeah. They would have to drop down and. So do I drop them down and have them shoot into there? Which ones it would be?
So these are the strike carriers.
Those.
These are the ones who shoot.
Okay, so those are the ones that are gonna go and
Yes.
shoot into these guys.
Unless you have some sort of troop ships that are going to get over here, killing these guys aren't as important. But if you have like your troop ship there coming over, stopping me from being able to put more stuff on the table would be slightly more important.
So, all right.
Their thrust is a 10, and they've got they threaten 18.
The Echo, their thrust is 12.
Thrust 12. Oh, so 20 inch. Oh yeah, they can get me.
All right. So I'm gonna do that. So they're gonna 12. The one thing I've got to remember is just the measuring. I'm so used with 40K and War Machine.
Well, you can pretty
front of the base.
Oh yeah, the front of the base. Yeah. No, it's the flight stand.
So all right. So I'm gonna. So it's all 3 would be firing into one of them, correct?
Well, so you can.
Or can you split the fire?
You can split the fire, but you have to declare it all like at the front of the turn. So you could take all their cannons and shoot it into the battleship if you really wanted, and then all the close action into one thing. But if your goal is kill, they can only shoot that guy. He's out of range.
Okay.
Because their scan's only an 8.
Well,
but they can put their 6 medium shots on 5s on that guy. Because he's in a higher orbital there. Oh no, they went into atmosphere, so it'd be 6s. Yeah, just dump everything.
Yeah, yep. So that's gonna be shooting 2 attacks. So that's 6 damn it. 6, and I need 4s.
Yep. So that is 1 critical and 2 armor. Don't make either. Roll me the crippling damage table. Dead. Okay, so because I'm in atmosphere, he doesn't blow out.
Okay.
He's just gone. All right. So that is 1 strike carrier gone. So that's what these echoes use.
They just drop down and
they get them strike carriers or other corvettes and stuff.
Okay.
Okay. So now it's going to be these guys going. They are just going to shuffle around.
Is that the same, or are those two the same? Or are they all this?
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, did you? Oh, yeah, I meant to move this guy. Boop, boop, boop. You're right.
The only way I knew is a different paint. They look so similar.
Yeah. So we're going to put all of our shots from the cilia into...
Oh, God. I wasn't close enough to hit those guys. Oh, because, yeah, realistically, it doesn't matter.
You don't care if these guys necessarily die. They're more of an annoyance. Because you want to take control.
Take that.
I
got it. Yeah. Okay.
You gotta stop me from being able to put stuff down. So these guys have 4 shots together. We're shooting that guy.
Okay.
Hitting on 3s. 2 criticals.
Okay.
So you just take 2 points of damage and you're okay.
You know what? I think now I will use one of your. I don't even want to try.
He's got 4 points of damage left remaining. Okay. Carplet. I have a 7.
I have a 9.
Okay, so that's the Jason and your Orpheus, and this is my Wyvern and my 1 remaining bomber guy. I'll go ahead and activate before I just die. So there's no real way that you can outrun a torpedo.
Mm.
Like once they're launched, they're basically on you. You can delay a turn, but if I do that, I don't get to do all my fun stuff here. So I'm just going to go forward and die.
Okay.
So here we go. I'm gonna move 10 inches forward. Measuring to see who's within 6. Not the battleship. Wah, wah. That guy. Is he in high still?
Yeah,
low?
he's he's in high.
Alright, so that's coming for a ride. Alright. This guy is going to... This is my Wyvern. We are... just going to put everything into that guy. So I'm going to play a card that's called Point Blank Death. And one of his 2d6 close action shots will just be automatically counted as a 6.
So I'm going to negate it.
Oh, come on. I tell you to keep the espionage and you keep it? Alright. Alright. Okay. Well, they weren't that fun. Alright, so we're just going to roll. We're going to put all the shots into you. So let's just start with the beam. It's 1 shot, and it misses. Now I'm going to roll 2d6 plus 4 for close action shots.
Okay.
Alright, I got a 6 anyways, but then that's only a 2. So that's 8, 12 shots. And where did my little... I had a small little bag of dice. Here it is. So these hit on 3s. Let me just double check that out. Yep, hitting on 3s. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 crits. And then 5 hits. So what you get is you get your point defense against this.
So his point defense is 5.
So you get to roll 5 dice.
Okay,
and then you need 5s on top of this.
So you rolled 5. Okay. 2 5s.
Okay. So you can either knock out a crit, or you can take out 2 armor save rolls that you have to make.
So it's 2 take out.
So this is affected by Scald, so your armor's a 4+ now.
I'm just gonna take the crit, so I'm gonna take out 2 of the.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep the crits and take 2 of those out.
Okay. So you will take 4 damage, and you have 3 armor saves to make.
And it's a
4+.
1. So it's.
So you take 6 damage.
6. Yeah.
How many hit points do those things start with?
13.
So you're not crippled.
Yep.
So you got 7 left. Alright. That guy is done now. So now your torpedo hits. And it should hit on a 2+.
Yep.
Okay. And if it hits, I take 6 damage.
No. Yep.
Okay, it hits. I'm dead. I have... And that was a critical because you rolled a 4.
So, yeah, double up. Okay.
So I had 6 hit points remaining. Roll to see how far this explosion is. 2 inches, nothing. It would have only mattered if you rolled a 6, because that was right there.
Yeah, gotcha. So at that point, it was one get close to me and see if I can, collateral damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot to move this guy here. He'll go to there. He'll take a pot shot at your one guy. He will hit, but you get an armor save on a 4+.
Is it 4+?
Yeah, because it's within 6 inches of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're fine.
All right. So now these guys get to go.
Yep.
All right. So for this, do I want to turn them and have them fire?
Oh, hey, Aaron. How's it going? The video is like a good 10 minutes behind from where we're.
Yeah, it seems like it's getting slow. Yeah,
yeah.
I wonder if the audio is gonna.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I'll watch it back.
Yeah.
Later and see.
All right, so I've got Orpheus, which is him. So he is going to. Well, I guess. Do you want to take him and drop them down and have him? He's in
atmosphere.
Do they have to drop down since they're weapons so they can stay?
So their weapons allow them to fire from low orbit down to atmosphere because they have I forget what the rule is, but
yeah, atmospheric.
Yeah, so they're allowed to shoot into atmosphere from their scan range.
So then, if I were to go weapons free, is this where then I could fire, let's say, both two at him?
Well, so you can always fire your close action and a main weapon.
Oh, okay.
So.
All right. So then I'm gonna.
So you can just do it like a standard order. Oh, that fire's gone.
So he's gonna turn. They're both gonna turn 40. I just lost a weapon. So they're gonna turn, and then they are gonna come up. Maybe within 8 inches of him. Okay.
Toss these junky batteries that came with the mics that didn't even. Well, I guess they lasted an hour.
Okay. So that would be right.
Yep.
And then okay.
So he's in high orbit, they're in low, so they'll have one
One
higher
higher to hit.
unless you've got a card that you can play.
I don't.
Add this to the fleet dead pile.
On the activation. All right. So yeah, they're just gonna fire. So they've got 2 damage. It's twin. So it's 4 dice hitting on 4.
Which weapon system is this?
So this was their twin heavy
Okay.
calibers.
So they hit on 3s, but 4s.
4. Yep. So I got, was that 1 crit?
What's 1 crit?
And then 1.
I'll make my 1 armor save, and I do, but I have, I believe, like 18 hit points. Yeah, I have 18, so I've got 17 left. And then you can put all your close action
Yep,
on
the
that
close
guy.
action on them. So it's D3 plus 3?
For each model.
Yeah.
So roll 2d6, well, 2d3. So 1, 4, so that's 10. Because it's 3 plus 3 and then 10.
Okay. Wait, 3 plus 3 and 10.
Or 3 plus 3 plus 4, because that's 3 and then that's 1 if they're
Okay.
D3.
Yeah, okay.
So 4 plus 6 is 10. So then you get 10 shots. I have a 4 for point defense.
10.
And I got 1 success.
Alright, I need. Is it. It's just. Oh, these guys are just 3s. Okay.
Yeah. Nice. You smoked me.
3. Now, is it plus 2? So would those be crits?
Those would indeed be crits.
Okay.
So, I only got 1 success, so I'll take away 1 hit. I've got 4 armor saves to make. I make 2, so I'm dead because I'm down to. I have 4 hit points. That's 1, 2, failed 2, 4.
Okay.
So I'm dead. I'm in atmosphere, so I can't blow out anymore.
Now then, these things I can just attack to get the tanks out, and then is that how that works to claim that if I wanted to?
You can shoot, needing 6s to hit clusters unless you've got bombardment. Well,
but if I wanted to capture and launch my own, so I had to launch my own assets.
You need to get your own.
Okay, in there. Gotcha.
Stuff down on the ground.
Okay, so he went. So I've got Orpheus is gonna go. What is his scan? So he's okay. So he scan 8. So he's.
You can see me for days.
Yeah.
I've got a signature of 14 plus 12, 26 inches.
What I'm trying to figure out is, can I get through that? Do I have to turn a full 45 degrees?
You can do a course change order to give you 2 45-degree turns.
Okay, so I could turn and then
Yeah, and it gives you a spike, but you're already at red, so
yeah,
whatever.
because yeah, I'm gonna just try and start. All right, so I'm gonna do that. So he is going to turn to 45. His come there. Do another to line him up. All right.
Yep.
So he's gonna hit you with the supernova to burn through 3.
Okay.
So I need 3.
Gotta stop rolling ones
I
on
know.
those.
All right. Well, that's it for that one.
All right. We'll do the card flip, and I have a 6, and it's my Destroyer Squadron of the Succubus.
And I have a 10. So this guy. So this is actually. But
Well,
I'm not sure.
do you have a card like Quick Thinking? You could just show me the card.
So what I'm not sure is, does that
Yes, you can
Can it be-
prematurely activate one group. That group, he's a group of himself, but
Yeah.
yes. So
I would then pull the card out? Yeah. So I don't get to activate him twice. And
correct.
okay, that's I think where I was confused. Okay, I'm not. I don't want to do that yet. So.
So I can activate these guys. It's not going to matter over there because they're over here. Whatever they do,
Okay.
in the grand scheme of things. Now you could activate that guy first to do something before they get to go.
So if I were gonna.
Because not to forecast anything, but they're probably
Gonna
gonna shoot.
yeah. So what I'm not sure though is this is. Would I just fire? Are they? They're in.
These are in high at the moment.
And they are in low.
So these guys are your strike carriers.
Yeah.
They're in atmosphere. They've dropped everything. So for them to come back up, they can't come up and then hop back down. And while in atmosphere, you can only move 2 inches at a time,
Okay.
anyways. So
I'm just not sure what I would actually do short of fire.
probably just shoot my battleship or try and kill one of these guys.
Yeah, you know what? I am.
Because these guys are going to activate, and it's going to be 4, 8, 12 shots.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. It's 6 shots that do 2 damage apiece that get to shoot, so potentially 12 damage plus their close action.
Yeah. So all right. So he's not going to get close action on that, but he would get. Front. Yeah. So scan is 8. The rest is 7. I need 15 inches though.
This guy has a spike.
Okay. So that's 21 inches. Yeah, I've got that. Okay, so he's gonna move up. Gonna fire. So I'm gonna fire at him.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the setup, Aaron. This is the first time I'm running a stream, and it seems like the audio, from what we're seeing, at least getting put on the Facebook screen, because you can't see it, but there's a TV right on the wall here that I'm looking at your guys' comments.
Missed.
You need to stop missing.
I know. It was bound to happen. I was rolling pretty good in the beginning, and then it just. Okay.
Well, you have to move with them. He has to move
so
at
he
least
he
half
did.
Of his
Oh,
distance.
okay. So he would actually be sitting like that.
Right. So was he doing like weapons free? Because you can totally see my battleship.
Oh no, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I didn't even.
Because it really doesn't matter. They're so close that the
They're
signature
gonna hit,
doesn't
yeah.
matter anymore. So you could weapons free and get your
Get the
the side shots in.
side right. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, is it alright if I?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna hit from the right. That's gonna be 4 to hit because I'm not. I've got nothing on the left side,
Right.
and I need 4s. There we go. That's a little better.
Nice.
That's 1 crit.
Well, it'll be fives because he's in high
Okay.
and you're in low.
Oh, 5s. Okay.
So 2 hits. Made both saves.
Yep.
Okay.
And then these guys just have to move up, and they can't. They don't drop anything else, right?
Not at the moment.
Okay.
So they could come up out of atmosphere, and this is the part where I don't know PHR well enough. If it would have been smarter just to have them keep making a beeline and drop here this turn instead of dropping their last turn.
So they're gonna, if they drop, go back up.
They lose 4 inches of movement going up,
Okay.
and then they can't drop back down this turn.
So they'll go up. They get but that's gonna be 6 inches that they get to go.
Right. I cannot claim this. I have nothing over here.
And he's gonna do the same. Maybe. These bases in theory looked really cool, and
some people really like them. I
like them, but the pegs fall.
I'm really happy with these bases, even though I don't slot on right there, because I hate the idea of touching the models. It's the war machine in me where I don't want to screw up the table state.
Yeah, and I feel like
So, but the nice thing about Draft Fleet is it doesn't really matter. Technically, you can have 30 ships stacked on top of each other.
Okay.
I mean, so a lot of people will take these echoes in like groups of like 9 and just put 1 echo on the table.
Oh,
because it essentially doesn't matter if they're all in that same spot. Doesn't really matter. Okay. So now I go ahead and go. Well, actually, it's 1 battle group, so these guys wouldn't activate just yet with your quick thinking card.
Oh, okay.
Because these are a separate group in that.
I gotcha. So then now, because I activated that, this doesn't go?
No, you still get to go with that.
Okay.
It's just because I chose to go first.
Gotcha.
You're jumping the sequence with that 1 ship.
I gotcha.
So then, tape measure. Where did I put you? Over here. All right. So we're gonna go, and we are going to go dropping down. No, I can't drop down a layer if I want to do weapons free. All right, going weapons free. Needing a +1 to hit you now.
Okay. You're firing it.
Yeah, I want your troop ship. Alright, so we are going to launch 3 shots. Each one of these does 2 damage, needing 4s to hit.
Oh. Oh, God. Those are crits, so that's 2, 4,
6 damage, and then you have 4 armor saves. And this is at a 4+, because you're within 6 inches of me. Yeah.
2 saves.
So 8 damage.
Which is a crit now because that'll drop me down. His hull is 13, so I've got 5.
Alright. 5 and then 1. So crippling table 5-1.
Engines disabled.
So you take an additional 2, so you're down to 3 hit points. You are suffering from Your engines need repaired, and you also have orbital decay. So you actually have two things you have to roll for at the end of the turn.
I'm gonna borrow this.
Engines are out. And you've got this fun orbital decay. So if you don't repair the orbital decay, you fall into atmosphere and burn up.
Great.
But I'm not done with the shooting just yet. I have their close action shots hitting on 4s, and it's D3 plus 2, so it's 3D3 plus 6. 8, 10, 11. So 11 dice hitting on 4s. You'll have your point defense against this. Alright. So your point defense
It's 5.
is 5. So you roll 5 dice and you need 5s. So you got 2 5s. You can take out 2 hits or 1 crit.
I'll take the 2 hits. I don't think it's gonna much matter. So.
Alright,
So I'm down to 1 point.
Well, you've got.
Those are crits, so.
Yeah, so you'll have 1 point, and then you need to make
4 saves.
4
5
plus saves.
4 plus. Nope.
Okay, so he'll blow up, but these guys are in high orbit, so it doesn't matter. They're in atmosphere, so it doesn't matter. When you blow up, it's only that plane that you're on. And that goes away.
Alright.
Alright. So now we go back to the card flip thing.
So now he goes, right?
Oh, he goes, yes.
So. Could he? He can't fire through that.
That is fine. So it's a minus 6 inches, so you might be able to. So he is a signature of 14. He's got a major spike, so that's going to go 26. Plus your scan of 8 is 32 inches.
Yeah. 26 plus 8, 34.
Sure. 34 inches. And then
but then minus the
6.
6.
And you still have to move half your distance.
Now, could I do...
You can station keep for a spike if you really wanted to, but it won't change too much.
I could take a spike, turn him... Oh no, actually, I just move him...
Yeah, I mean, you could do a standard order, and I mean, you'll have him
so if I just
days.
Turn there, and it's his... Toss a 7. All right. Yeah, so he's still gonna see. Well, that aside, can he see you?
Yeah, should be able to. Oh yeah.
I just wasn't sure with the side. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because it's that little marker right there. So.
Yeah, oh, okay.
You got him.
All right, so he is gonna fire, and he. Let's see. Right, so it's 3 plus.
4.
So he's that's.
Oh, Aaron is saying that when we were doing the shooting here, you could have shot these guys because the Orpheus has light, so he would hit better against them. So hitting on 4s or 3s or whatever it is, because these are considered light. Good point, Aaron. I'm glad you're in the chat.
Alright, so he's going to fire. So this is where now it is, instead of a 3, it's a 2 plus. Because that's a half. It's an firing.
Yes.
It'll be 2 plus. So it's 4 dice.
Well, it'll be 3 plus because I'm in high orbit unless you want to come up to high. You totally had the movement to do it.
Oh yeah, is that all right?
Yeah. So you're just going to be a little bit further back is all.
Right there.
Well,
Actually, you know what? I'll just keep it just to keep it since I already moved him.
sure.
So it's just it's still in threes.
Okay.
I'm hoping. So
wouldn't mattered. So
one crit.
1 crit and 1 armor save. Save that, but I take another point of damage.
Slowly, just and then those guys are in low.
They're in atmosphere.
Or atmosphere, so
He's in low. You can put your close action on him because it's front, side, rear.
Yeah, I'll do that. So it's D3 plus 1. So what is that?
Yeah, Scourge are all about close action and point defense.
Sorry, D3. Oh, D3. Okay, so it's 1, so it's 2.
Yeah. Alright. So you got a crit and a hit.
Yep.
I can knock out the crit.
Okay.
Or I can knock out a hit. I'll knock out the crit and just take an armor save.
Yep.
Made it. Okay.
Alright, so he's done.
Okay, so now we do that.
Now I'm gonna play during the cleanup phase. So one friendly ship.
Well,
this
we're
is
not done yet with the cleanup. We're not done yet.
Oh, the cleanup. Oh, the cleanup is this. When you get through all of them.
Cleanup is. Oh wait, when does? What was that said? During the cleanup phase, you repair a ship or something.
During the cleanup stage of planning phase.
So the planning that's at the start of.
Oh,
the
so next. Okay.
Yeah. All right, so then we do the card flip, and I've got a strategy of 7. It's my troop and gargoyles over here.
Medea. Oh, so because I'm done. My turn's already.
You get to move.
Oh,
the
the Ganymede. Okay, yep.
Medeas.
Okay, Medea's. Yeah, that's right. So I'm a 7.
I am a 7, so we have to roll. I got a 4.
Great.
All right. Which is it that's going? It's...
Those two.
Oh, I'll let you go first.
Yeah, so they came up.
It's all this over here, so.
They're gonna go there 6 inches. Okay.
Okay. So then, my troop ship here. Feel pretty comfortable with this. So we're going to go.
Could they have fired at you?
Who's that? Well, they
Oh wait,
only have
no,
those
I'm sorry. I was looking at
bombardment cannons.
I'm looking at the wrong ship.
Yeah, your strike
Yep.
carriers are essentially just there to drop off troops. I mean, that's almost what everybody's. If you want another beer, they're over there.
Yeah, but I was looking at the wrong one.
All right, so he's going to take a standard, and he's just going to have a minor spike now. We're going to shoot. I don't know who I'm going to shoot. I want to shoot this Echo, needing a 6. No, I miss. These guys are feeling pretty safe. No, they'll stay there. Okay, done with that. Card flip. I've got a 10.
15.
This is this over here. That's that.
This is my battleship.
I'll let you go first.
So I move him. What is the S for front?
S for
It's like
front.
FS. It's like the
front/side.
okay. These are the neutron missiles. If I get up though, he's gonna come up. Can I move him 6? His scan is 10. He's not gonna hit. No.
Oh yeah, your close action is just your scan range.
Well, what I was wondering was on
Because this guy has his signature plus that. So
I was just wondering. Oh, damn it! I'm looking at the like that one that like those. If I could have done
the
anything.
heavy cannonade.
Yeah.
Well, those are your sides.
Yeah, my thought is if I go weaponry and fired everything,
Well, you don't have anything.
but which wouldn't make sense. Yeah, so it's
Yeah, just the way that you're angled.
if I come 6 inches, just turn him. No.
You may want to do a course change thingy.
What do you mean?
So turning and then turn again.
Oh.
Because then the way you had me lined up, you'd only have your front guns of whatever those are on.
So they're 2 plus D3 1, D3 plus 1, and then damage 2 for the neutron missiles, and they're crippling.
Oh, okay.
That's why I wasn't sure if it would be better to.
Yeah, because you don't really have any targets for the side at the moment if you move your forward.
Yeah, maybe I just keep him there. But if he's there just to shoot stuff.
So, but if he gets the side shots on me, he's got 6 attacks that'll hit on 2s.
Oh, yeah, that's probably. Yeah, so if I do, alright.
And you still have one more torpedo in your tubes, by the way.
Yeah, it's because I launched.
So if you survive, you can launch another one.
So then, if I do, it'd be so 1.
Right.
The 45.
Then you'll move and then turn again to
6 inches.
give me the broadside.
All right. Let's try this. So, and why am I getting it? Why is it on 2s? I'm just not.
Because you have the caliber of H plus.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay.
So you're in high. I'm in high.
Okay. So 6, and I need 2. Oh my god.
Not a crit. So 4 armor saves. Made them all.
All right. That didn't go as I thought.
No. You do some damage there.
These everything, all the smaller stuff is well.
Yeah. So then we'll go over here. These guys came up out of low or into low orbit. We're just gonna go knocking my ship over. All right, we're gonna do beam shot here and close action there, and then furnace cannon here, close action there. All right, beam shot. We are technically in high, so we're gonna stay in high. So I need a 4 miss. Furnace cannon needing a 4. I'm doing the uh, 2+ to hit model, so needing a 3+. Hits, crits. This is burn through. Miss. Is it burn through 2 or just 1? It's 1 attack. Okay. So you have 1 armor save to make on this guy.
Nope.
Alright, so he takes 2. Alright. So then the close action here, it's 2d6, or it's d6 plus 2. Just double check that. Yeah, d6 plus 2. So it's going to be 5, and you get your point defense against them.
And the echo, so just 2.
Needing 4, so just 2. So you just need 5s.
Nope.
Oh, so
So
now
it's
you
at
get
2
armor
saves.
Yep.
Okay, 4 plus 1.
Okay.
And that was
So
an echo?
yeah, you just take 1. This guy's d6 plus 2. 6. So it's going to be 8. Yeah, there is a delay, Aaron. I'm seeing that. Got 2 crits and just 2 hits.
Okay. And that was on him?
Yep. Nothing. So you've got 2 armor saves to make. It's plus 1 to your normal armor because of Skull.
So there's 1 save. So he's gonna take another point. So he's down to 2. That puts him critical.
Not at critical. They need to take 3 because they start with 5. Yeah. All right, so he's down to 3, right?
Yeah. 2.
2. Oh yeah. He's crippled. Yeah, he's crippled then. 2, 6. I think he's dead. Yeah, he takes an additional 2 hit points, so he's dead. And then the blowout is 3 inches.
No, guess I should have left him.
Yeah.
Which?
It's.
Do you have him? Yep.
Yeah, it's nothing. Okay. So then I'm done with that, and I'm on to my last card.
7.
I got a 17. It's my battleship because you already killed those. So you can make me go first, or you can go.
5 plus. It's large. Is that large, or is that considered super?
This is super. Yeah.
I guess I'll have you go first. No, you know what? I will.
Yeah, you should try and hurt me.
Yeah.
More.
Alright, so I'm gonna come up.
I'm holding the card up to the screen, and with the glare, I can't even see it.
So this is where that's what I gotta do.
Which group is it that's activating?
The yellow. So I want to do 1. No. Come up. Because if I hit you from the side, it's granted it's 5 plus, but I'm rolling 12 dice.
Right.
Now because it's a
well, this is a troop ship, so you need to get down to low orbit here.
Oh yeah.
To take this away from me, so you're actually coming on at me head on.
This guy, okay. So I would need to.
I mean, I can be honest. I'm not targeting that. I want your battleship.
So yeah, I was just thinking, could I with him with that many? How many points does he have left?
He has 16.
Oh yeah, so I'm not. And the way, all right. So if he does 1.
Yeah, I mean, you'd need 6s to hit me because I'm at a higher orbital layer. Or are you at high, or well, you're at high, so you'd need fives. But typically, those
Yeah.
things are supposed to be shooting at like these
Yeah.
lights and stuff.
So I'm gonna come over here and start attacking this, just to get rid of those, so I can.
You could, yes. So what you can do is you can, as long as you get within 8 inches and have it on the side.
I'm gonna take a spike. Oh wait, no, I can do that after. I'll take the spike. So he's gonna move up 7, and then
Turn. And then you want to make sure you're still within 6, though, because you can launch, and you are.
But he
Well,
gets
actually, do your side profile.
Oh,
Or, well, yeah, whatever. Because it's 12 shots needing 6s as opposed to 1 shot needing 6s.
okay. All right. He's in now. He's all right. So I'm gonna fire, and it's firing at these.
Yeah, so like if you fire at that group.
Okay. 12 shots. 10, 12. Okay. He's 6.
Needing 6s. Should have at least 2 if average is on your side.
1.
1. Alright. Now I have to look up what military sector is. I'm gonna get these rules wrong. I know I am. Military sector has a 3+ armor save. Made my save because it wasn't a critical hit or anything. So then the guys inside are okay. If they had failed it, then they'd have to make another like a 5+ to not die. Something along those lines.
He went, and then the Andromeda. +10.
Yeah, so they'll be able to like launch bombers this turn.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Yep.
So then, my battleship goes. Going weapons free again. We're going to do our close action and burn through lasers into this Andromeda. 8 shots into that guy.
Yep.
I'm missing the dice. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Are you doing the shots into him first, or the?
Yeah, so we'll do 8 shots into him, needing 3s to hit. And that's a lot of misses. Whoo! Wow.
I survived.
Hold on, wait, I've got a card for this. Recalibrated target if you've got another espionage.
And I do.
Alright, your battleship gets to live. Alright, well, you've got 2 armor saves to make and you take 2 more points of damage.
Yeah, that's my armor. I need 3+. So I take 3 points of damage, and that will.
Yeah, 3 points of damage.
So now he's
crippled.
He's crippled.
We've got a 4, so it's in the middle table, and then a 1. Scanner is offline. That just means that your scan value is a 0, so it can be repaired. But you can do that at the end of the turn. That's not a bad thing to have happen to you. Alright, the burn through laser fun stuff. For the furnace cannons on this guy, it's 2 shots needing. Uh, are these guys in high or low orbit?
They are in high.
Okay, so hitting on 2s. Crippled. Or, I'm sorry, 2 critical hits. And then 4 critical hits on this guy. And we're done. So the crippling 2, 5. Energy surges, you take an additional 2. Alright, and then how far does he blow out? 3 inches. It's only going to affect that one guy. And what's the explosion? It's a 3. So you get a spike. Good for you. Alright. I am maintaining a major spike because I went weapons free.
Okay.
And then it's the launch phase.
So now this is where I can do.
Yes, this is where we get to launch bombers. You get to launch your torpedoes.
Okay.
So now we rolled it for the initiative to see who goes first in this
6.
match. 6 and a 4. You can make me go first. So it goes through like torpedoes. Well, actually, first I think the ground batteries go first. Just double check this.
Heavy caliber crits unlock +1. So if they hit on a 2+, they crit on a 3. I don't know if that's something that I missed.
So if they hit on 2+, they crit. How do they crit on a 3, Aaron? Aaron knows the rules better than I do. Well, I'll have to look at that later.
Yeah.
Well, the gun, the military complexes typically have a gun that is 2 shots that hits on 3s.
Okay.
So like you've got that one, so you can shoot anybody within. It's got like a scan of 6 plus any spikes and signature values. So you can basically hit anything over here.
Because I don't know, I'm gonna take out, I guess, one of the destroyer or try. They're all. I mean.
Yeah, they're all 4+ armor,
Yeah.
so these have lower hit points. Yeah. 2 hits. I'll make 1 save, take a point of damage. Down to 4. Which one?
In the middle one.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any others? No, you're just in there. I've got this, so we can shoot at. We'll put all 4 shots here on your troop ship.
Okay.
2 criticals and a hit. So you get your normal armor save versus this. Save.
So it's
2 damage.
11, actually.
Yeah, okay, we'll just shoot up at him. So this is the advantage of like trying to get on the ground.
Yeah.
And miss. Okay, done. Alright, so now it goes to the torpedoes. We don't have any ground combat fights to do, otherwise we'd resolve those right now.
Okay.
So now you get to launch torpedoes again. If anybody's within 9, it'll resolve right now.
And they're not. Nope.
No. So you can say, all right, battleship's going to take it, or
Yeah, the
the
battleship.
troop ship.
I'm gonna put in the battleship.
Okay.
There went. Achilles. He's got a torpedo.
It's only one in here.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yep.
He already did. No, he hasn't fired
No,
it yet.
the only thing that's. He fired. He hasn't fired any.
He can put 2 on my battleship.
Yeah.